Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at this massive speaker I've got here in front of me, the BlueAnt X5. So the BlueAnt X5 is this massive 60-watt speaker that you connect to your phone via Bluetooth. It's just like any other Bluetooth device, except it's not a small tubular like JBL or Logitech speaker. It's this massive unit which will absolutely fill a room or an outside area. Like I said, you connect to it via your phone, just over Bluetooth, using Bluetooth 5, and it's got this battery in it that will last basically 20 hours at 50% volume. In terms of charging, you just plug it in with a regular AC adapter or AC plug that they give you. I would have liked to see this kind of as USB-C probably with power delivery, but I guess for such a high, such a big battery capacity, maybe they found that it was easier to just use an AC adapter. Regardless, you charge it, you then can turn it on and basically run it for a really, really long time without ever having to charge it because it just lasts so long, due to this massive battery and massive size. Another cool thing with that is, while I talk about the battery, is you can also use it to charge your phone or a friend's phone via the supplied USB port here. So you don't need to worry about if your phone's going to die and your music will stop or anything like that, so long as you bring a cable. In terms of the speaker itself, as you can see, it's absolutely huge, and I tested it out in a few different scenarios, mostly to test out the volume as opposed to the sound quality. So the first scenario was just in here in my little 2-bedroom apartment, and I couldn't even turn it up to the full volume. That's just how loud it was. I didn't want to annoy all my neighbors. I turned it up to probably 50 or 60%, and it absolutely just filled my head, basically. It was really, really loud. And the sound quality, while it wasn't, absolutely amazing, it's not like, the bookshelf speakers that I've got on my desk or anything like that. You were able to obviously make out the whole song. It's definitely acceptable for a kind of party or dance kind of situation. The other scenario that I tried in was out in a park. Bought this Bluetooth speaker along to a friend's birthday, and there was basically, we kind of rocked up, and then another group rocked up maybe 5 or 10 minutes later and saw our speaker as well. And they had a little Logitech UE boom or something like that. Turned that on, and we were like, oh, we'll blow them out of the water. So we turned this on, and you might have thought we started a fight or something, but it actually our groups ended up dancing together, which was cool. But while we were there, I did test out how loud the speaker got, and I basically, with this handle here, walked as far away as possible and had my friends kind of tell me if they could still hear me. And I was able to walk like 30 or 40 meters away in this open park, and they could still hear me. Although probably the rest of the people in the park didn't really enjoy that. In terms of features of the actual speaker itself, it's got all these buttons up here on the top. They do a whole bunch of things. They let you turn it on. You can adjust these light modes, so you can see that light at the front there. There's 5 different modes that it goes through. A lot of them actually respond to music. I'm not playing any music now just because I don't want to get any copyright issues, but what I can do is just play a song but like at 0 volume and turn it down using this volume knob on the top here. And now that I'm playing a song here, hopefully you can see it will eventually start to respond if I pick a mode that actually responds. So there you go. So that light at the top, and there's also one there at the bottom, they respond to kind of the bass of the song. And then this, depending on what mode you're on, this wheel might also respond to the song, like this one, for example. But some others just, have a color that, spins around or changes. There's lots of different options here. In terms of other buttons, you've got a bass boost button if you really want to, get that bass pumping. And you've also got an auxiliary in. So if you want to, if you don't have Bluetooth on a device or you're going to plug in a laptop or something like that, you can just use a regular 3.5mm plug in that, that cable and listen to music that way. Another cool thing the speaker comes with is 2 microphones. So the first thing I thought of when I saw these was karaoke, but I'm now realizing that you could probably actually use this speaker for a lot of other scenarios. So in a previous life, I used to work as a kind of sound technician. And one of the things that we had to do, was when you had like an outdoor function and there was a speaker and everyone needed to hear it. So you could, instead of having to set up like a whole PA system, you could literally just use a speaker like this, plug in a microphone, and be ready to go. Don't need to run any cables. You don't, need to, set up any stands or anything. You can literally just pick this up with the handle, and it is really, really light for its size. Plug in a microphone, and you're ready to go. Microphones are really easy to plug in. They've just got a female XLR on one end, so you can swap it for a different microphone if you feel the need to do that. And they've just got a 1/4 inch on the other end. You can open this flap here to plug in a microphone. Plug in microphone 1. Microphones have a different volume setting to just the regular volume. So I've got mic 1 here. And what I can do is just turn it up And you can actually hear this echo. That's the effect that it lets you do here. I have to turn the effect down so you can just hear the microphone, and you can turn it up really, really loud, although I don't want everyone else in the other apartments to hear my voice, so I'm probably going to stop doing this. So that's pretty much it in terms of features on the top here. Basically, overall, it's a really, really just useful speaker to have. I'm not buying this for amazing audio quality. I'm buying this to really fill a room and really like have a party or have a dance or whatever. My top 3 features that I like about it are: 1, it's really portable, it's got this nice handle and it's not too heavy. I carried it for about 20 minutes to the park. 2, gets really, really loud, which is absolutely what you want with a speaker like this. And 3, it was really easy to connect to with my phone. I didn't need to muck around with any complicated pairing process or anything, just use a standard Bluetooth connection and it all works. So that's a BlueAnt X5. Really, really good for filling up a large room, or also good for, playing music in a outdoor area, big space. The other side benefit is you can also use it as like a PA system if you ever need to do that. Ultimately really versatile, and if you're using it for any of those reasons, I definitely highly recommend the BlueAnt X5.